In Denver, we got snow, but we also get 300 days of sunshine too in Denver. So it'll be down and it'll be out. I don't ever remember us getting a crazy amount of snow like this where we couldn't come to practice or them shutting down like practice or anything like that. Yeah, the roads would get nasty, but no, this is real snow. This is real lake effect, Western New York snow, man, and I love it.
Long enough then.
I love it, man. I mean, I'm at home with the fam, and you just come to football practice and work, and then go home with the fam every day. So it's not too bad.
Watching you out there today, nothing on your knee. Like, how long has that been? And like, are you at the point now where you feel like it's close to back to normal as you've been?
Man, honestly, I'm feeling good. I know I come up here and I say it all the time, but I think really that me sitting down for that Patriots game was really like, it really just got the ball rolling, to be able to have, a second bye week and to just rest and get ready to go. And then when we played Miami, like I felt super refreshed. And, it took me about, 4 months to get to this point. I anticipated me coming back, by the end of training camp and feeling good, but that wasn't the case. It took longer than expected, but I'm back. I'm back to feeling like my old self.
Von, and listening to you talk throughout the last couple of years, confidence isn't something that seems to waver with you. However, when you put a couple of plays on tape like you did at the end of the Steelers game, is it kind of reinforced that, okay, it's getting close?
Yeah, it does now. Now I just gotta remember how to tackle guys. So, I had did like a little spin move and I came around and I just saw him like, I thought I saw him throw the ball, but when I watched the film, he took both hands off. He took his other hand off the ball and he went through with the pump fake, and it just had me off of the spin, and I was just trying to put a hit on him, but he ended up having the ball, and I kind of pulled up off of it a little bit because that's the last thing I need is a late hit at the end of the game, and Ed took that one for me. So shout out to Ed, I appreciate you, pal.
Speaking of Ed, he's the season that he had in the middle created pressure. What's it been like for you to see him? I don't want to say blossom. I mean, obviously he's had success before, but I think most would agree that this has been his most complete season to date. What's it been like for you to watch that?
It's been incredible, man. He started off with a great season last year. He ended up getting hurt a little bit. Then he missed a game this year too. So, I just think he's getting better and better each and every week. Not only Ed, but Greg Rousseau and all of these guys, man. This is by far the most. This room has the most depth that I ever been in. When I really think about it in Denver, we played. I played outside linebacker, so it was only 4 of us in there. To be in here with all the defensive ends and the DTs and all of these guys, man, and to have a legit 8-9 man rotation, like it is insane, and it's been able to keep us fresh. And we got a lot of guys with sacks, tackles for loss, and we're just so deep in that room, and it's been a true blessing. And it's, being led by Coach Washington, and it's been a wonderful room full of great men in there, and Ed and G, those guys highlight the room for sure.
This game, this opponent in particular, does it feel like this is the reason that you were brought here?
Yes, this is the reason. Why I'm brought here to close games and to advance us on to the next level. But for me, every game is the same size, and I feel like pressure comes from within. Obviously this game is for all the marbles and stuff, but it's still only 4 quarters. It's still only the same size. As I get older, I've grown to appreciate these games more. I've always appreciated these games, but as you get older and you're not at the front of your football career anymore, and you start to appreciate games like this, and you build relationships with guys on both sides. Like, I'm cool with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, all of those guys. I just did the match in Vegas with those guys, got to know those guys a lot. You still want to go out there and win, but, when you get to know these guys, man, it's just a little bit more appreciation for moments like this. 2 great quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Divisional round, like here in Buffalo, like it doesn't get any better than this. These are the type of games that you play the sport for. And, I'm excited for it. Our team is excited for it. And it's going to be a magical game that I'll always remember for the rest of my life.
With your experience with Mahomes, how is it towing the line of putting pressure on him, but understanding he makes some of his best plays out of structure if you don't actually get home?
I mean, you just never know when it's going to happen. Like, he's a magician out there, man. And, he's the leader. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's Patty Mahomes. He's the total package. On and off the football field, like, he just has this aura about him, and you just want to sack him. You want to go out there and do your job and do what you've been brought here to do, and that way this offseason, I'm gonna see him this offseason, I'm sure at some point, and that way I can have all the bragging rights. So, that's just part of it, man. I love the guy off the field, but we're going to be on the field this weekend, and you want to do everything to make sure we just have one more point and win it.
How has Sean McDermott kept this defense as a top 5 defense despite all of the injuries that you guys have gone through this season?
Coach McDermott Coach Frazier was a great teacher as well. Coach McDermott is just, I think him being the head coach too, it kind of has like this added level of attention on there too. And, he's a teacher first and foremost. Like, I know we call him coach and everybody sees him like coaching and stuff, but he's a teacher of men. And he breaks down the, whatever it is. He could break down the secondary to the defensive line to help us understand how it all works together. He does a great job of really putting us in his mindset. Because all these defensive coordinators in the league are all great. They're all geniuses. What makes Coach McDermott different, he really puts us in his mind. When he's calling plays during the game, like, we know exactly why he's calling it, exactly what he's thinking, and we can kind of play accordingly. And we got a deep defensive line, deep team as well. We've been hit with a couple of injuries, but everybody in there, they all know the assignment. Everybody in there know what we need to do. It doesn't matter if you're the number 1 person or the number 4 person on the depth chart. We all want to get this thing done, and he does a great job of just teaching and letting us know exactly what we need to do, so it doesn't matter who's in there, we're able to play.
Last week was your first playoff game in a Bills uniforms. What did you think of the environment, and what are you expecting it to be like this weekend?
No, I loved it, man. It was definitely one of the coldest games that I ever played here, but it wasn't. I guess it wasn't physically like cold like that, because you're out there and you have like the jacket and you buy the heaters and stuff. But when you get out on the field, like, my mouthpiece, I'm breathing in like cold air, and it just hit me right in the throat. And it was hard to breathe. It was definitely one of the coldest games when you're out there on the field. This environment, like, Bills Mafia, like, they are incredible, man. And offense had them going, and our defense had them going, and it was a tight game at one point, and the crowd was going crazy, man. It was definitely one of my most memorable playoff games for sure.
Why do you need to hear from Bills Mafia on this one?
So I mean, this is what Bills Mafia is made for. Josh Allen division round going against the Kansas City Chiefs at our place for once, because we've been traveling to KC all of these times, and they're able to come to us, and they already know the assignment. Bills Mafia, they're going to be there whether it's raining, cold, snowing. They're going to be the loudest stadium in the league. Even though we're not the biggest stadium in the league, we're going to be the loudest stadium in the league, and that just tells you the type of fans. That just tells you the type of fans that we have in the stadium, man. And I'm looking forward to it on Sunday, 6:30, 6:20, 6:30. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you.